In the cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean, a strange ship was found drifting alone. It was the year 1872. A big sailing ship named Mary Celeste was discovered without a single person on board. But the ship was not damaged. The sails were fine. The food was still in the kitchen. There was no signs of a fight. So where did the crew go? This is the story of the ghost ship that shocked the world. Mary Celeste started her journey from New York City. The ship was carrying barrels of alcohol. It was sailing to Italy. There was 10 people on board, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife and their little daughter. The weather was good when the ship left the harbor. Everyone was in good health and good mood. Days passed and no one heard from the ship again. 1 month later, another ship named De Gracia was the Mary Celeste floating in the ocean. The captain of the De Gracia was surprised. The ship looked fine from a distance, but it was moving strangely. There was no one staring at them. The captain sent a small crew to check. They climbed on board the Mary Celeste and workshopped. No one was there. The lifeboat was missing, but there was no damage to the ship. The captain's logbook, tools, and even food were still there. The ship looked like everyone had just disappeared. The news of the ghost ship spread fast. People all over the world started asking questions. Why would the crew leave such a safe ship? There was no storm, there was no pirates. Everything seemed calm. Some people thought the alcohol might have leaked, making the crew afraid of a fire. Maybe they left the ship thinking it would explode, but there was no sign of fire anywhere. Others believed sea monsters and aliens took them away. Some even thought the crew went crazy and jumped into the sea, but none of these ideas could be proven. As air passed, more ideas came up. Some said the captain was too careful. Maybe he saw something strange in the water and decided to leave the ship just for safety. But if that was true, why didn't they come back? Another theory said a small sea quake might have hit the ship. That could have scared the crew, making them think the ship would sink. So they may have gotten into the lifeboat and were lost in the sea. But no one ever found them, not even the boat. The Mary Celeste was brought to land and studied by experts. They could not find anything strange. The ship was later sold and continued to sail for many more years. But people always called it the ghost ship. Even today, the story of the Mary Celeste is one of the biggest mysteries in sea history. The Mary Celeste was a strong and beautiful ship, but something strange happened during her journey. A happy family and loyal crew vanished without a trace. We may never know the truth. The sea keeps its secrets well. People still write books, make movies, and tell stories about the ghost ship that sailed without a crew. It reminds us that the ocean is full of mystery and wonder. And sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones we cannot explain. Do you think the crew saw something scary or did they leave by mistake? Tell us what you believe happened to the Maori Celeste. Stay curious and beware the silent ships drifting across the sea.